It was the case that shocked the world.
The victim and her friend were attacked on a bus. She was severely beaten with an iron rod and raped for almost an hour before being thrown out of the moving vehicle.
Mass demonstrations gripped India protesting the lack of safety for women, and the case came to symbolize the nation's problem with sexual violence.
There's been no change. The government has taken no steps. I see guys still passing comments on girls, still whistling at girls, still touching girls.
Almost a decade later, the consensus among activists and women is that the problem is getting worse.
और हम जावा थाना में जब नौखेवा कि तुम वैसे ढोंग करती हो झूठा कुछ नहीं होया.
India is the most dangerous place in the world to be a woman, according to a report from the Thomson Reuters Foundation.
He killed my daughter without any mercy. He killed my daughter torturously.
It's a shocking reality that unfolds daily.
हमें ये सोच के डर लगता है कि हम जब जा रहे हैं बाहर तो कोई लड़का हमें कुछ कह ना दे या हमारे साथ कुछ कर ना ले.
In September, a teenager was violently assaulted by 4 men in the north of the country, sparking nationwide outrage and days of protests. In December last year, a 27-year-old vet was gang raped and murdered as she made her way home from work. The 4 men who allegedly carried out the attack deliberately deflated her scooter tires, then waited. A few weeks later, in a rural village in the north of India, a 6-year-old became one of the youngest victims of the country's sexual violence pandemic. Her alleged attacker was a neighbour she would visit often on the way home from school. The neighbour would give sweets and hugs to the 6-year-old when she stopped by, until eventually he raped and murdered her.
Things were not getting better at all, but this case has triggered the outrage that you are seeing today.
Almost 90 cases of rape a day were registered in 2019, and many believe that number barely scratches the surface. 95% of the rapes were committed by perpetrators known to the victim, and the courts are heaving with 133,000 pending rape cases. Activists say the government is apathetic towards sexual abuse, and that has created a culture of impunity in India.
I am outraged because I don't want to live with that fear, and I want the government and the society to take responsibility.
Disturbingly, many in the country still defend perpetrators of sexual violence.
They humiliated me. They made me feel it was my fault. They talked about me, being at the nightclub. They constantly asked me if I was sure I was raped. I was a 37-year-old woman who had 2 daughters, and I shouldn't be complaining if I got raped. That was the feeling I got.